WWE's Money in the Bank, July 14th. And I've actually had to make notes for once for one of these. The reason being is now I want to look at the Money in the Bank ladder match race time. For the Money in the Bank ladder match, one of them is set, as we saw on Monday Night Raw. We're not gonna do anything else. We're not gonna hype this anymore. We're gonna get right to it because this is the best Money in the Bank ladder match I have seen in years. The best Money in the lineup in general is amazing. The Money in the Bank lineup alone for this match is beautiful. In fact, I don't even have to click the thing. I can just look at the goddamn thing, but I had notes because I wanted to know who in this match and why. But let me just say this before we, this is not a normal predictions video, because you cannot predict a Money in the Bank ladder match. You never can. You can think who will do good, who will do bad. But unless you know for sure, you have a gut feeling of a pick, you cannot predict these matches. The only way to win this WWE, by the way, this is for the WWE Championship. This is the WWE Money in the Bank or the Raw Money in the Bank ladder match. I don't know if it will say WWE Championship or it'll just be a red case and a blue case like last year. You might as well have a gold one for the NXT Championship. Put it on a pre-show. That's what I think would happen. But that's another story for another time. But this Money in the Bank ladder match is possibly the best lineup I have ever seen. And there's been great ones, trust me. But for this WWE Championship Raw Money in the Bank ladder match, where the winner can cash it in up to a year, which means up till this pay-per-view. It used to be up to WrestleMania because it used to be at WrestleMania, but they have their own pay-per-view now, which I've always not liked, because it separates the titles, where Money in the Bank used to be just for one championship. But it gives more opportunity, so I can't really bitch at it a lot. So, without further ado, this lineup for the WWE Championship, the winner gets to cash it in to up to a year or up to next year's Money in the Bank pay-per-view. It could be on that very same night that they see it cashed in, but I don't think it'll take that long, because we never got to a WrestleMania cash in either, so it'll probably be cashed in by at least WrestleMania, in my opinion. But we have one of the greatest lines, like I said before. I'll go through them in order from left to right, since I had it by name. I'll do it by name, because I just did it by what Stephanie announced. Because Stephanie McMahon actually announced it, not Vicky Guerrero. First of all, CM Punk, Daniel Bryan, Sheamus, Randy Orton, Christian, Kane, and the returning Rob Van Dam. Which I knew was going to happen, but it was amazing nonetheless. But like I said before, I'm not going to pick a sure winner, because I would, if I were to, I would pick Rob Van Dam, but we all know that's not going to happen, unfortunately, because Rob Van Dam is a short-term deal with his contract. But I'll go to Rob Van Dam later, say for last, pretty much. Now, first off, CM Punk. This man has won 2 Money in the Banks in a row at consecutive WrestleManias. And he's sporting the Abe Lincoln look, to be honest, which isn't that bad. It's not Wolverine, because all he needs is a fucking Stoke hat or a big top hat, and he looks like Lincoln, the current day Lincoln, to be honest. Except the beard needs to be a little bit more shaped up, so to say. But over the past few weeks, since Chicago at the last pay-per-view, which was amazing, just hearing the reaction for CM Punk in his hometown of Chicago, Illinois is amazing. And CM Punk in general, the last 2 Raws have been the best weeks. This is always what I say about the summer. The summer is wrestling. Whether it's Ring of Honor, whether it was the Rest in Peace, now dead Shikara, whether it's Japan, Mexico, TNA even types it up. TNA has been doing amazing this summer, and the fall as well. The last Knockout Standing match, in my opinion, was probably one of the best women's matches in a long time for either one of the quote, 2 big companies. We all know there's a bunch more, like Shine, Shimmer, WSU, even Sweet Soraya's Bellatrix with the WAW. But enough about women's wrestling. We'll get that when there's actually a Divas match. But with CM Punk, he is the one to win it, in my opinion, because one of the odds-on favorites. Because this man's won it twice, he might as well win it for a third time. Plus, he's in the middle of the fucking thing for the match, the little hype preview. He's in the middle, like he's fucking Superman. I mean, why not make him win the match? So, we have that out of the way. Daniel Bryan, another man who can win. There's rumors that he would cash in at SummerSlam, so we could see him win this match and face John Cena at one of the biggest pay-per-views of the year. So it's very possible. Sheamus is kind of just shuffled in here. I mean, he doesn't need Money in the Bank, in my opinion, but I would doubt that we would see him win, but it's possible. Sheamus is, I don't think he needs it. He's just in here to fill spots. Randy Orton, same thing, except Randy Orton needs this as a career revival. He has not won a World Championship or WWE Championship in maybe over a year or two, at the least. So he needs this. Like it or not, Randy Orton is probably on the way out in a few years. So why not let him have one hurrah, cash in for this title, and we can have an RKO logo on those little side plates, which I think are amazing on this WWE Championship, in my opinion. Kane has won it before, but this is the big one, the WWE Championship. Do they really want to have Kane win the Money in the Bank? Personally, I don't think the Obvious would want to, but I would personally, just to have him have more than a one-day run over maybe a decade or two ago. And finally, the man of the hour, Rob Van Dam. Like I said before, I don't think he will win this match, but he will have one hell of a showing in his return in Philly, of all places. Now we're going to cut this just so we can get the other two matches in. I hate doing that because I have time to do it. Fuck it, let's just see how far we go. The next match is not Rob Van Dam, that would have been amazing for a world title match, but the return match of Dolph Ziggler versus ADR, but to Rio, who, in my opinion, Dolph Ziggler's reign was cut short. I'm going to go this quick and simple. Dolph Ziggler's reign was cut short. It was due to the concussion. He was not medically cleared to begin with, so they had to drop the title. I mean, it's unfortunate, but it had to happen. But this will be the shortest reign in history for Roberto Del Rio, as I feel that Dolph Ziggler will regain the title and continue what would have been an amazing title run after cashing it in a few months ago. And finally, the match that I believe was because Jericho posted a Chris Benoit picture on Twitter and Instagram, which is also why these men are in the Money in the Bank ladder match, which I think they should have been in. But Chris Jericho versus Ryberg Reeves. And I hate saying this, but Ryberg might actually win this because Jericho has put a lot of people over on pay-per-view, but he needs this moment. This is his pay-per-view, his creation. So Jericho should win this, but I will not be surprised if Ryberg wins, because the winner of this pretty much is the number one contender match in my mind. But much like the WWE title, anything can happen. We saw two amazing performances by Paul Heyman and Mark Henry, and to be honest, this is a pay-per-view to watch. It always is, it always will be. Money in the Bank, July 14th.